This is a quick video about protecting end grain when you're working with green wood, especially with wide boards. The reason you want to protect end grain is because grain is very good at one thing, and that is transferring water from one end to another. That's what it's made to do. So as it's drying out, you'll find that the end grain transfers a lot of water out of the end of the boards really rapidly, and when that happens, it shrinks, and you end up with checks at the end of your board. So it's important that you protect that from happening. And I was trying to dry this board out a little quicker, so I let it go for a little bit, and it started showing signs of splitting and checking at the ends. So now I'm going to protect it. Ideally, you'd want to do this as soon as you split it, or even before you split it, um, because you don't want the wood. You don't want to lose any of the length of your boards. So the first thing you do is cut the boards, remove any dirt from throwing them in the field, or if you have a rough chainsaw rash, that's a good idea just to cut the board square at the end. Next, you take a mixture. I use mineral oil and beeswax. Some people also put in walnut oil, or you can use olive oil instead of mineral oil, but it does go rancid. So I prefer using mineral oil in case there's some left over in the wood. It's not going to be a problem. The ratio is I take beeswax. I get a 5-pound thing of beeswax. You can get them from Amazon. You can get them from anywhere, and I'll melt that down, and then mix it at a ratio of about 2 parts mineral oil to 1 part beeswax. That way, you still get a decent amount of penetration, and then you get the sealing properties that beeswax can offer. You can also use, if you don't have access to beeswax, you can also use a paraffin wax or candle wax. You can find these anywhere they sell canning supplies, pretty much any supermarket in the country. And what you want to do is just rub along the end of the wood, and you want to make sure you get a nice thick coverage, and just keep rubbing until it won't go in anymore, and you end up with a little layer on the surface. If you already have checks or splits like I do right here, you want to make sure you work the wax and oil into the crack all the way into it, so you can help prevent further splitting. And hopefully you can salvage a board if it's already started checking, or you can preserve a board and prevent this from ever even happening. So it's your choice, but it's always a good idea. It's only a few cents to do it, and it takes all of 3 to 5 minutes. And so I've done on each end here, and I recommend it for all green woods. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I'll respond to them as soon as possible. If you like what you're seeing and want to see more, please subscribe. Thanks, and happy woodworking.